Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. We are finally here. I've been waiting so long for this video. You guys have no idea. And I guess it hasn't been really that long. March 2nd is when Eric first posted his original 4 concepts on Twitter. And if you're not on Twitter, then you need to get on Twitter and follow Eric. He has some incredible concept designs here that we're going to go through. The color rush concepts. He's done all 31 teams. He's given me permission to rank these, and Eric, I thank you so much. You can find out his information right here. I'll link it on the screen, and I'll link it down below in the description as well. So go give him some love on all of those links and tell him how great of a job that he did after this video, because if you haven't seen these, then you will know by the end of this video how great of a job that he did. And if you're already on Twitter, chances are you probably already know who Eric is, because these jerseys have been circulating quite a bit over the past month. So he released his final teams of the 31 this the other day, and as soon as he did, literally 2 minutes after he released them, I messaged him to try and get his permission, and he agreed. So Eric, thank you so much. And I'm so excited to rank these and get these out there, because I think you guys are going to absolutely love them if you haven't seen them yet. So I've ranked all the jerseys 1 to 31. We're going to go through them 31 to 1, my least favorite to favorite. That's usually how I do things. I'll try and not make this video too long, because there's 31 teams to go through here. I want to get through them all pretty quickly. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get going. Okay, in position number 31, I've ranked the Detroit Red Wings jersey. It's hard to like, when all the concepts are this good, it's really, really hard to pick the last place or the bottom 5. It took me probably 45 minutes to rank these. I had teams around 20 that ended up going in the top 10, and then I had teams in the top 10 and I was like, well, I don't know about that. And then I kind of went down to like 24, 25. And this is kind of one of those jerseys. At first glance, I really, really liked it and had it kind of high, but then I kind of changed my mind and brought it back down. So here's what I do like about it. I like that the C, or the captain patch, is different. It's on the correct side for Detroit, which is the right side of the jersey, our left as we're looking at it. So Eric got it spot on here as far as sticking with the Detroit's, I don't know the right word, tradition, I guess. And it's different. It's in this kind of like triangle thing. And the whole jersey has an old school feel. It just has Detroit right along the crest. It's got these kind of faded gray stripes in behind. It has a very classic jersey feel, and it has got that original logo here on just one arm, which is kind of cool actually. I kind of like it just on one arm. It gives balance because the patch, or the captain's patch, is over here, but then the secondary logo is over here, so you get that little bit of balance. But this is exactly the jersey that I would expect to see from an original 6 team. A very classic jersey, a jersey that's I could have seen them wearing 100 years ago. So it totally makes sense. I'm just not a fan of how white it is, and it's the fact that it says Detroit. This is a subjective ranking, so your rankings will be completely different than mine. I'm just not a big fan of textual fonts, as most of you know. All right, moving on. Let's go through this a little bit quicker. So the St. Louis Blues, really the only complaint I have here, and it is a personal complaint, it has nothing to do with the design in general. Again, textual font. I would prefer to see that big note logo a little bit bigger with no text. I love the yellow laces here in front of the collar. I like the secondary logo, and I like the striping because it's not just general hockey jersey striping. He's using the actual, I believe it's called the staff, where the music notes go. If my music knowledge is correct, I think that's called the staff, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But so that totally makes sense. Obviously, the Blues, it's a little bit white for me. I would have liked maybe a little bit more color. Maybe the front of the arm be a blue or a yellow or something, just to cut up that white a little bit. Number 29, the Islanders. Not a bad jersey by any means. I actually quite like it. I like that secondary logo. I like the collar, that it's blue, but then it's got that white behind the NHL logo. The back of the collar has, I know it's a little bit hard to see, but it's got a design in the back that has the lighthouse back there. Not a huge fan of the stripes, but I do like that the jersey splits between orange and then you got that blue on the front or the bottom of the arm. Kind of like what I was saying for the last one, how that kind of should look for St. Louis. But overall, I do like this jersey, even though it's ranked 29th. And that's kind of the hard part, because I like a lot of these, so it's hard to rank them so low. 28th, I've put the Boston Bruins. I think this generally is because it's not black, and I've really come to really appreciate the colors of Boston when they're used in the right way. I'm not a big fan of their regular dark jersey, but their secondary jersey and their, I guess they have two, sorry, their third jersey and then their fourth jersey, I quite like. They're kind of reversed of each other. I'm just not really a fan of the brown. If this was black, I think I'd like it a lot more, because I do like the very unique stripes on the arms. I think that's a throwback to some previous Boston Bruins jerseys way back. And also, it has a very classic original 6 feel to it too, so good job. 27th, I have the New Jersey Devils. Just a very clean jersey. It's strange to see a New Jersey Devils logo not on a red jersey. To see it on a black jersey, it actually looks quite good. It's a very clean jersey. The stripes are a little bit generic, but I think that's okay. I think that works with how clean this jersey is. I think that's intentional, and I love the back of the collar that has the skyline. I think it's a little hard for me to see on my screen, but I think that's a skyline in the background. So just a very nice, clean jersey. 26, I have the Anaheim Ducks. There's elements here from a lot of from a lot of previous Ducks jerseys. Obviously, that logo is a throwback that's now kind of coming back. The orange, which is their third one of the, sorry, I think it was I don't know if it's the third jersey or the fourth jersey. I can't remember which one came out first. But anyways, it's not a main jersey, whatever the orange one was. And so that's kind of coming back, which is nice. I like that orange jersey. But then you have some new elements with the green in there. Some really, really unique striping along the arms halfway up. I do like that quite a bit. I think it clashes a little bit between the orange and the green. The orange is the primary color, but I still kind of feel like the green is kind of fighting for that primary position. So I find they fight a little bit, but I do like it. 25th, I have the Vancouver Canucks. Kind of a throwback again, which is pretty cool. Love the stripes in behind that logo in the middle. Not really a fan of that logo in general overall, but I like the stripes at the bottom. The color combination looks good. I just personally like that black original Vancouver Canucks jersey with the skate. Really nothing beats that for me, and that's kind of the reason that this is low. 24th, I have the San Jose Sharks, and again, I'm such a big fan of the San Jose Sharks black jersey that I felt like nothing. It's really hard to top that for me, so that's really why this is positioned where it is. With that said, I do like this jersey. It has a very 90s feel to it. You get a brighter teal. You get what seems to be a brighter orange. It's laid out nice. The logo is different. You don't have that classic logo. You have a little bit more of a modern logo. It reminds me a bit of the Nashville Predators logo a little bit. Not a huge fan of the white collar, but I do really like this jersey. 23rd, again, kind of a throwback to a previous jersey from a team. The Toronto Maple Leafs used a jersey like this 10, 15 years ago. I can't really remember. It's been a while. But it was an okay jersey. You can see some texture in the white stripes, which is really cool. I like that the bottom of the sleeves is white. I think that just shows a little bit of uniqueness, where most jerseys you just have a stripe and then it continues on with the color. So I like when designers or creators do that and kind of add that element. I like the back of the collar in this one too. Not a huge fan of that logo, the Toronto Maple Leafs logo. Would have liked to see something a little bit new from Toronto. Again, not Eric's fault. Just I've never really been a fan of that logo specifically. And 22nd, I have the Philadelphia Flyers. This plays games with my mind. Number one, I like it. Number two, do you see? Okay, so the black that surrounds the orange. If you look at the orange, and if you look at the negative space of the black, which is the orange, does it look like a bell to you? I don't know if it was intentional, and Eric, you can probably let me know, but to me, in my mind, I just see a bell, which makes sense. Look at the back of the collar. You got the Liberty Bell back there, Philadelphia, obviously. And I don't know if it was intentional, but that's what it looks like, and I like that. And I like the little stripes, too, that just kind of go off to one side. I think that's pretty cool. In 21st position, I have the Ottawa Senators, and I think this is very similar to what a lot of Ottawa Senators fans are really looking for in a new jersey or a jersey redesign, which is said to be coming, but we don't know exactly when yet. Because this goes back to the previous logo in a way, and it's got some new elements, but then you have the secondary O logo, which is on the arm, which is brilliantly placed in the stripe, which also has some texture in it, in that gold. And then on the bottom, you also have that kind of same texture and same color. The red, the contrast between the red and the black in the arms is great. This is exactly what I think the Ottawa Senators jersey should look like. The collar to me is a little bit distracting, so if I could change anything, I would change that. In 20th position, I have the Carolina Hurricanes. This is just great. This takes elements from their current dark jersey, the red one, with the blocks and the pattern along the bottom and the arms, and implements it into their third jersey, which I think is the more popular jersey now, with that new logo. And this is just great. And you also have the monochrome or grayed out original logo as a patch on the shoulders. So I'm a big fan of this one. It's ranked so low because, I guess 20th isn't that low, middle ground, because of the texture in the stripe along the bottom. Again, not Eric's fault. That's just what Carolina uses, and I've never really been a big fan of it. In 19th position, I have the Buffalo Sabres, and it's not bad. The blue and the yellow obviously look great together. I'm just not a big fan of that Sabres logo. I think they used it in a Stadium Series game or Winter Classic against the Rangers or something. I can't remember, a couple of years ago. I like the shoulder patches. Those look pretty good. I like the stripes. I just would prefer a different logo on the front. 18th, I have the Arizona Coyotes, and this is, again, kind of taking elements from different jerseys here. The burgundy is obviously a color that they do use. You can kind of see it in the shoulder patch up there. That's slightly different, I think, than the current burgundy that they use, but then you've got that Kachina kind of style from their other jersey put into the stripes, and then the removal of that the current Coyotes logo, and then you have a new one in there with the paw print with the A. Not bad. I do quite like this. The colors look good together. And 17th, I have the Pittsburgh Penguins, and some really interesting elements here. The Pittsburgh font, which is great. I actually don't, like you guys know, I don't like font logos, but this one is a stylized font, and the tops of the T actually make a bridge. And if you're familiar with Pittsburgh, it's a city with a lot of bridges, so that's pretty cool to see. I like the fact that it's just different, right? There's so many Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys that's black, and then there's that really cream color, or it's a really, really bright yellow and then black. This has this like charcoal kind of gray, but then you also get this almost carbon fiber black, desaturated just a little bit or lightened up just a little bit. It's not like jet black. The stripe that goes through the middle and on the arms. It's a really, really interesting jersey. And then the patches on the shoulders are from the Stadium Series game, I think, are from 2013 or 2014 or whatever it was against Philadelphia, and I like that as well. The 16th position, I have the Vegas Golden Knights. I think we know that the Vegas Golden Knights third jersey is coming. We don't know exactly when, but it was promised. And you got you got their third or their secondary logo on the shoulder as a patch, but it's been recolored to match the rest of the jersey here. So you get the gold and the black, with black being the primary color. You have the stripe in the middle with some texture. I can't quite see on my screen, but there's some texture in that stripe, which is cool. And then you have the top of a tower or top of a castle kind of wall, I guess, which kind of, if you've been in that arena, the T-Mobile Arena, then you will identify with that or recognize that right away because it's up along one of the top areas. Just a really, really nice jersey. I can totally see Vegas using something like this. In 15th, I have the Dallas Stars, and I went back and forth on this one. I had it top 3 at one point. Then I dropped it down, and I kind of went back and forth. I love the fact that the arm has that stripe that just stops and then has the number. I think that's really unique. I love the shoulder patch. It's fantastic. Love the collar. Love the original Dallas Stars logo kind of coming back on a black jersey. I think it looks really, really good. But I'm a big fan of the current Dallas Stars logo. So again, I kind of wrestled with this one a little bit. In 14th place, I have the Chicago Blackhawks. And again, another jersey that I kind of went back and forth with. I had this in my top 5 for a while. I love the laces. It goes yellow, orange, black. When have we seen an NHL jersey use different colored laces on a jersey? And then that same kind of color combination is apparent in the stripes on the arm and the stripes on the bottom. It has the same logo, but on a black jersey with the numbers on the shoulder. This jersey is awesome. Again, kind of one that I wrestled with a little bit. I find the bottom stripe a little bit distracting because it's so big, but a really big fan of this jersey. Number 13, again, a jersey that I kind of wrestled with a bit. It has obviously shades of the Minnesota Wild, but it's completely different. You've got this tree line going all the way around the stripe. I guess I'm touching my shoulders. It's not that high, but it goes just behind the logo and around the arm. So the whole thing is kind of just matching all the way around. It looks really good. I personally don't like that M in the middle. I'm a big fan of the Minnesota Wild current logo. So if that logo had have been on here instead of the M, I think this probably would have been in my top 5. Number 12, the Calgary Flames. It's really interesting seeing that logo in white, something that I'm not used to. It's so good because you get the retro feel of some of their jerseys, which I know not a lot of people like, aka Kale. No offense, Kale. But I quite like the kind of like just touch on the retro, but you also get modern elements like the collar, like the back of the collar, like the patch up here. The arms themselves feel very retro. The bottom feels retro, and I think the logo is a bit of both. The white makes it feel a little bit retro, but the actual outline and the stroke and stuff gives it a little bit more modern feel. Big fan of this jersey. Number 11, the Nashville Predators, and I love the arms. The arms are so good. Those stripes that kind of make like their claw like ripping through or something. They use the deep blue instead of the yellow, which is great. I say they, I mean Eric. You get the original, or you get that shoulder patch, which we're familiar with. I don't mind the collar being yellow here. I'm fine with that. The only gripe I have with it is the logo. I'm not a fan of that logo. I actually really like their current logo. That's the only reason why it's ranked 11th and not higher. Number 10, the Montreal Canadiens. Now, this isn't a revolutionary design or anything, but I think I ranked it so high. I mean, I am a Montreal Canadiens fan. I'm wearing Tampa now, but I am, you guys know, a Montreal Canadiens fan. This is exactly what the white jersey should look in my opinion. So I think that even though it's not revolutionary and it's not flashy and it's not completely different, Eric did the right thing here. He did the smart thing, and he made the jersey that I think a lot of people want. They want that same stripe that you see in the dark jersey on the white jersey. And it's a throwback to the 1944-1945 jersey, I believe, that they did bring back for a season in 2009 or something. But they need to bring it back again. And I like the fact that the collar is all white, but you just get the red stripe at the top. Brilliant jersey. Good job, Eric. Number 9, the Edmonton Oilers. Look at the texture and the big, thick blue stripe in behind. I really like that. You don't see that in any jersey now. I think Tampa Bay was maybe the first team this year or last year, whatever that black jersey came out with a bit of texture and a big, thick part of the jersey. I like the implementation of that here. I think it looks really, really good. The stroke that goes around the logo, which is white, also separates it from the blue stripe, and then blends in to the rest of the jersey on the top and the bottom. Really, really smart. Love the collar and the design in the background, the numbers on the shoulder. I'm not a big fan of white jerseys, but this one is awesome. Number 8, I have the Los Angeles Kings. Again, I think Eric is listening to what a lot of people want. We want to see those original LA Kings colors come back. The purple with the gold and the crown and that really awesome patch on the back with the cool collar. I really couldn't design a better jersey here than Eric did. He just did a fantastic job. It 100% deserves to be in the top 10 in my opinion. And I think a lot of LA fans would love to see this be their next third jersey or possibly main jersey. In 7th position, I have the Washington Capitals, and I think this fixes a lot of issues. For me, which is that logo. I hate their logo. This brings in that awesome third or secondary logo that they use, and because it's got the eagle, and it's got the stars, which is a throwback to some of their classic jerseys, and you got the stars on the arms, and the awesome shoulder patch up here. The colors look good. It's kind of strange seeing Washington in a blue jersey and not a red jersey, but I quite like it. Just a great job. In sixth position, I have the New York Rangers. And I think much like the Montreal Canadiens, this is exactly what a lot of Rangers fans would like to see the Rangers jersey direction kind of go in. You have that logo that they used in the 90s, which is fantastic. I think a lot of people loved it. And maybe the really, really diehard Rangers fans don't like it, but I think a lot of hockey fans in general, maybe not Rangers fans, but hockey fans love that logo and would love to see it come back. And it has on this jersey concept, and you still get the original logo on the shoulders, which I think is really important. You still get the same stylized numbers, which really makes the Rangers jersey unique. There's not another team in the league that uses the style of numbers that they use, and the kind of like really, really big white drop shadow or white stroke. It's brilliant, unique stripes along the bottom that kind of come at an angle and meet at a point down below. Just a really, really great jersey. Number 5, I have the Columbus Blue Jackets. And so a couple of throwbacks here. Number 1, throwback to one of their third jerseys that they used previously in Reebok and then brought back in Adidas. So you got the colors, you got that logo, but you got some additions here. The stripes are different. They kind of look like they would be on a uniform, on a military uniform. And the stars along the bottom, I think that just like it's simple, but it's relative, and it's easy on the eyes. It can make complete sense. Big fan of this jersey. Good job, Eric. Number 4, the Florida Panthers. I just think that this jersey is incredible. I mean, you have there's not a jersey out there that looks even close to this. You have there's no primary color almost. You have red along the bottom half, but then you have the blue on the top half, a really, really deep ocean blue, which looks great. And then you have the yellow stripe that kind of goes at an angle, or a gold stripe that kind of goes at an angle. You brought back the original Florida Panthers logo, which is, I think, the best logo, in my opinion. You've got the shoulder patches up there. Like, this is, when you say like a work of art, this is a work of art. Absolutely incredible. Number 3, I've got the Colorado Avalanche. So you guys know I'm a little biased here. I love anything to do with that sea and the mountains and Colorado, and this jersey does not disappoint for me. You got kind of a mountain range and possibly a Denver skyline. It's hard for me to see on my screen. On the back of the collar, you have the original logo as a shoulder patch, which is great. You have this mountain stylized thing on the arm, but then the arm splits halfway through and goes to blue on the inside to match the rest of the blue of the jersey. It's brilliant. And the stripe in the background of the logo, and the pinstripe that just kind of goes from the collar all the way down to kind of separates everything. Phenomenal jersey. Number 2, I have the Winnipeg Jets. And this is, I think this is, no offense to the current Winnipeg Jets logo or Winnipeg Jets jersey, both nice. In my opinion, this is exactly what the Winnipeg Jets jersey should look like. You get the throwback of the colors of the jersey, of the logo. Everything is there. I like the unique stripes along the shoulders. It just looks so aesthetically pleasing. It looks so retro. It looks so classic, and all that's coming back. So, Eric, you just did a fantastic job here. I love it. And first overall, maybe ever in Post-to-Post history, I'm ranking the Tampa Bay Lightning first in a ranking video. This jersey, can we just take a moment and just look at this jersey and not say anything for 5 seconds and just love it? It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's exactly what I want the Tampa Bay jersey to look like. I've been so hard on Tampa Bay and so harsh with some of my comments towards the Tampa Bay Lightning jersey and logo and everything, and this fixes everything. It's awesome. You get the blue with a gradient into the black or dark blue. It looks, I can't really tell on my screen, but we'll just say it's black for now. The blue gradient into the black, you have the same texture and same kind of gradient as you do in their dark jersey, which is fine. That other jersey is just too dark for me. This fixes it. The logo is changed a little bit. It's a little bit more simplistic. You have just an unbelievable design that runs down from the shoulders along the arm, which makes the lightning bolt. You're called the Lightning. Look at the opportunity here. Why, like, this is an opportunity to have an incredible jersey exactly like this. This should be the Tampa Bay Lightning jersey. I've never seen a better Tampa Bay Lightning jersey. I'll probably never see a better Tampa Bay Lightning jersey. and I would pay an egregious amount of money to have this jersey in my collection. So Eric, wonderful job on that jersey and really all of the jerseys. It's like I said at the beginning, it's really hard to rank 31 amazing jerseys because these 30th place, 31st place, you feel bad that you're starting out there because you like those jerseys, and it's tough, and people are going to disagree, and that's totally fine. If you do disagree, you're more than welcome to leave your comments down below in the comment section and tell me your ranking of this. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I have another concept video, ranking jersey logo concept video, coming out I think maybe later this week or very soon. It depends on when I get a chance to film it, but I'm really excited for it. I think it's almost identical to this video, but with a different artist. I think you guys are really going to like it. Some new designs to show you guys, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So guys, if you did like this video, please hit the like button. That helps me a lot. And subscribe. That is the biggest help of all, is to subscribe. If you're looking for a good deal on some jerseys, you want to collect some jerseys, go to www.coolhockey.com/post-to-post and buy something, buy a jersey, and that lets them know that you guys support me. And the more you guys support me, the more likely they are willing to give me jerseys for you guys, for giveaways. So the more you support me, the more that they give to me, and I can give to you. So that's how that works. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button down below. Hope you have an awesome day, and thank you very much, Eric. And don't forget to go give Eric some love on Twitter and social media. Links down below in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next ranking video. Adios.